So, as you're hiring a real estate agent or realtor, this is a more important question than people often take time to consider. Um, it's become evident to me that there are situations where I have represented my buyers and put them in a position to save tens of thousands of dollars that another agent likely would not have, either because of a lack of experience or a lack of initiative or effort to save them that money, because I could have just as easily moved forward without getting that extra dollars, right? And that is just me saying that, and that's where the building the trust or kind of understanding maybe the history or the integrity of the agent that you're potentially working with comes into play. Maybe you have some sort of relationship to that person, so you can judge that. But it's not just the integrity, but it's also the experience level over time. As I've gotten training on negotiation and worked with high level investors and agents, I've learned skills to help me identify opportunities and then take advantage of opportunities to save tens of thousands of dollars and or find properties that will make tens of thousands of dollars more for my clients. And oftentimes my clients don't even aren't even aware that I have saved them that money, because it's work that agents do behind the scenes to save that money for the clients, right? And so there is a lot of integrity involved with high level agents doing extra work behind the scenes when the buyer says they're okay with a certain number, but then I'm doing that extra work to get them an even better deal than they even realize. And that's where integrity and trust with your agent, as well as experience level, comes into play. And it's worth considering who you work with and taking a pause. And then also understanding that maybe more important than negotiating a 0.5% of commission from your agent, it's about finding that agent that you don't even have to worry about that commission, because you're saving way more by working with them and working with the best of the best. So experience does not always equate to excellence, or age of the agent doesn't always equate. Whether or not they're an investor does not always equate, but you should look at age. You should look at, I shouldn't say age really. You should look at years of experience. You should look at deal volume of experience. You should look at the niche or the expertise of the agent. You should look at, are they an investor in the market? And that's a bullet point I want to zoom in on for a minute. An agent who also invests in the market, either owns or manages in the market, is going to have a lot more information, insight, and data, as well as access to relationships, vendors, and resources in the market than someone who, like in the example of North Georgia, maybe operates in the Metro Atlanta market and goes up to Blue Ridge every winter to stay at a cabin. Different level of experience than someone who owns cabins, manages cabins, and sells cabins in that market. Um, I think it's a lot easier for an investor agent to go help you buy a residential home than it is for a residential agent to help you buy an investment property. So when in doubt, I'd say go investor agent all day. I'm a little biased because that's what I am, but those are a few considerations as you think about what real estate professional to work with. Real estate agents span the spectrum of experience, integrity, um, levels of commitment, levels of time, part time, full time. And you can't necessarily judge an agent for any one of those variables, but chances are you're going to be put yourself in a much better position if you look for experience, if you look for deal history, if you ask for referrals from friends, or you ask the agent to talk to a past client, or you read online reviews. Make sure you do some due diligence and take care of yourself and your family as you make a big decision about who you hire. And don't just settle for your uncle that closes one deal a year.